Right, so I just had the absolute best battle I've ever had in a Assetto Corsa Competizione. It was GT3 Rookies Split 1 in LFM around Brands Hatch. This is getting towards the back end of a 45-minute race, so really kind of the end game here, and you can see I'm chasing this car down in front, and I just had the absolute best battle I've probably ever had, and I do hope you kind of enjoy it considering I've like hyped it up a lot. So you can see he's like getting a little bit of a wiggle out of Graham Hill, actually perfectly fine there. But I've been closing this guy down for a couple of laps at this point, so I'm just starting to scent blood a little bit. Definitely a wiggle out of Surtees. I can smell my chance now. I get such a good exit out of Surtees here. Then he leaves the inside free for Hawthorne for whatever reason, so I take the inside here, try and brake late at the last braking board there, try and keep to the inside. I wash out wide, and I could have gotten a throttle there, but I did not want to risk going into the side of him and ruining both of our races. I always try and race clean for as much as I can anyway. I'm all over him now. You can see he goes wide through Sheen there, so I have an absolute great chance coming through Sterling's here. He decides to take the middle line, a little bit defensive, so he goes in a little bit deep, so down to clearways now. I have such a good run, but I'm too far alongside to get the cutback. I'm right alongside him, so I have to go the outside through clearways. There's a gravel trap there on the left, so you absolutely need to have so much trust in the other driver not to run you out of road, which you could have done easily there. Now, outside into one of the most difficult corners in British motor racing, Paddock Hill Bend. He's still there on the inside the whole time, so I run out wide, slightly into the gravel, and he gets me back. I didn't quite have the confidence to cut across his nose because that could have been an absolute aeroplane crash if I kept or tried to cut across his nose there, so I had to let him go back through. Again, we're at the end of a 45-minute race here, or near the end of it anyway, so I do not want to risk both of our races, but at the same time, I can just like smell blood here, and I absolutely want this position. I'm so much faster, there's no way I'm not at least going to try to get through. So yeah, like it's at this point I'm just trying to, like, my heart rate is just through the roof. I'm just trying to stay as calm as possible. I've been in his position loads of times before, and it is not easy, let me tell you. Again, close through Westfields there. You can see I'm sort of rolling through the corner to not run into the back of him, so letting off the throttle early, then rolling into the corner. Again, he goes wide through Sheen again, and he spears across the track. I have to get on the brakes because I think he's going to spear to the right, but he doesn't. But I'm still all over him again through Sterling's. He takes the tight line again, carbon copy of the last lap. He goes to the inside here. I'm in the same position around clearways of having to go around the outside, but I have the experience of the lap before to get the line a bit better, and he's now almost exchanging paint with me there, but coming down to Paddock Hill, same position again, outside, not where you want to be on the outside at all, but I try and make it work, rolling the car through around the outside, don't quite make it. Now through to Druids, I know I can brake late here, I 100% am going to get on the brakes there. He times the cutback perfectly there to get the cutback on me, but then I'm going to get a bit of a better run down to Graham Hill. You can see the car behind us absolutely punts him and takes him out. Like, the best racing I've had on this game. Really long battle. The other guy was honestly just such a clean racer throughout all of that. There were times where he could have run me into the gravel and he didn't, and I'm very grateful for that, and it was just a phenomenal battle, like hard but fair. I also had like a pretty good last lap as well, chasing this guy down. I've been doing so much of the sort of LFM competitive races since I joined. I joined LFM 2 days ago, and probably I've spent the last 24 hours out of the last 48. I do beg your pardon, playing, like doing LFM races, because just they're so good. They're so addictive, the, I guess, competitive element to them. But yeah, I do kind of hope you enjoyed this, because, yeah, I hyped it up a bunch, and I had a few drinks to celebrate, because it was just such a phenomenal race. This whole race was pretty good. I kept my nose clean for most of it. Had 7 seconds odd of damage, but didn't repair it in the pits to get track position, which around here is the best bet, really. And you're about to see, through Sheen Curve here, he absolutely, the back end steps all the way out, has a massive slide, gathers it together just about. Then, so he, again, like the last guy, takes a really tight line into Sterling's, even though I'm nowhere near him. And at this point, I don't know whether So he goes tight into clearways, even though it's not an overtaking corner. It goes wide. I stamp on the throttle, like have a bit of a slide because I keep it in second for too long. And I was ecstatic with the result of this race, honestly. I was so happy. I know it's only, 10th place, sorry, 9th place at the end there. But in split one, that's a pretty good result. Like, my pace was pretty solid the whole way through. Like, I'd say low 125s most of the race after a 124.9 qualifying. So that's pretty consistent pace. And just, yeah, I just wanted to share that because, yeah, it doesn't get better than that, battle-wise.